to What the Flock. Hi, Emily. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So we might be switching to entirely pre-recorded episodes, except when we have a special guest in shop. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I know, this is surprising news. So welcome everybody to What the Flock, our weekly podcast. Hopefully the mic I've attached is working properly. We'll find out later when I watch this back. Oh, yeah, I should have tested first. Not gonna fix it. So we have a few things to talk to you lovely people about today, don't we?
Yes.
So we're going to do a little bit about our upcoming projects. We're going to talk about what we're currently working on. Then we obviously have a big Flocktober job ahead of us. So we're going to tell you all about Flocktober, the mystery knit-along, and the beginning of a not-so-secret but date-to-be-announced event that's happening in October for all of you. Well, and I guess actually mostly for us, but for all of you. Was there anything I missed?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back. And surprise, I think we're going to kick off by talking about what we're both wearing, right? Oh my goodness. Check us out. All right, Emily. It looks like you finished something.
I did.
Like actually finished it this time.
I did.
Yeah.
There are actually 2 sleeves.
2 whole sleeves.
Yes.
2 whole sleeves. Tell the people. Tell them all about it. What happened?
This is my Lady Catkin Pullover by Fox and Folk. Yeah. In Tweedy Lullaby.
Beautiful.
It's super cute, super cozy, little lacy yoke, little puffy sleeve.
It came out really great.
Yeah,
So-
I'm really pleased with it.
I have 2 admissions to make. One is not so much an admission as much as if you're watching this video on the day that it comes out, our Tweedy pre-order is closing at midnight tonight. So that is on a Saturday. I don't remember the date. I'm not going to pretend like I do. You can sort that out. But if you want to make a Lady Catkin pullover just like Emily's, the pre-order will be closing tonight at midnight. So get your stuff in so that we can send that off to our wonderful friends at Hedgehog Fiber to get more Tweedy into your hot little hands.
I want more Tweedy too. After working with it, it's so soft and squishy and fun.
It looks lovely.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And it works so well in that pattern.
Yeah.
My second admission, Emily, is when you first talked to me about this pattern, I didn't bother looking it up. Oh, yikes. And I definitely assumed it was going to be much crazier than it's come out. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
What a great find.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that you showed me, I do just think are crazy.
You mean the beaded lace mohair
We shall never
ruffles?
speak of that. We shall never speak
We're
of that.
making it.
Okay. Like right now, like it's currently in progress, so thank God. She'll find
I
out.
just need some time to find some metallic thread. You're welcome.
Okay. Well, that's certainly a thing. What else are you working on?
And just for the record, I used like 4.5 skates.
So reasonable.
Yeah, the pattern said more, and I thought I was going to run out, but I had left over. But I also shortened it and did the croppy sleeve version.
Okay, so if you do the shorter sleeve version and slightly crop the garment, because it doesn't look that cropped when you're wearing it standing up.
No, and it was a bit confusing because for the cropped version in the pattern, it was supposed to be like 12 inches, and all of my other cropped things are like 9 inches. So
Okay.
I ignored that.
So did you crop it to your usual
Yeah,
length?
I think it's 10 with the ribbing
Okay,
or something.
great.
I think so.
Okay. So if you were rating this pattern, what would you give it?
I think it was really good. It was really easy to follow.
It came out looking exactly like the design, which is one of my big requirements. Like when I'm reviewing a pattern, I want to know that what I'm making is going to come out looking like that.
The only other thing I changed that I do have a slight question over is the ribbing. So in the pattern, it's supposed to be the same needle size as the main fabric, which is a 4.5, which was real loose, especially on the sleeves.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I could have also gone down on the ribbing, like at the body and the neck, but I didn't want it to like affect the shape too much. So, whereas here it's like pulling in more.
I think it's lovely and soft at the bottom. Like it's soft looking in a good way. And because it's not pulling in too much, even with that sewn bind off, which looks great, 5 points, it is just resting really well. I think that's the right call on the body. Like if we're making something and we don't want the rib to fit to our body, which in a lot of crops I would argue we do want the rib to fit to our body, like your Tiffany cardigan, for example. But on this one, I think you made the right call by following the pattern there and by changing it on the sleeve. Because the ribbing did look a little crazy on the sleeves.
Yeah, and there's because the Tweedy is kind of a little thick thin anyway with the bits. It was a bit just kind of gapey, and I didn't like it on the sleeves. So yeah, I did the first round in the size it was supposed to be, and then carried on in a 3.5.
Amazing. Well, I love those modifications.
Yeah.
What have you got on the nails?
So this is still my simple sweater.
Which is still flying along, really.
Yes, I sort of put it down to finish this.
Yes. And then you abandoned it here.
Yes, accidentally.
Purposely.
But that meant I had to start something else. So.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a shame.
That seems so painful.
So this is my simple sweater by Pearl Foundry. This is the Eternity 4-ply from Lisa F. and Alpaca Boucle from Hedgehog, and I've faded 2 colours. So the first one is Piggy Bank going into Sweet Pea. So this is the front or back. I can't remember.
And you're knitting it on your knit prone needles with your swivel cables, right?
My favourite.
I'm so glad that we managed to put this much product promotion into one statement.
So yeah, that's that. That's still going well. And then
yeah, I mean, it looks like it's coming along really well.
I'm really excited about it. It's very pretty
be.
and fluffy.
Yeah.
I might use some puffball as like a third colour, and to make sure I have enough.
Fair, and I do have a bunch of puffball left over.
I've already stolen some of yours, so.
Oh wow! Okay.
That might be what you're thinking about.
Oh,
anyway.
she attacked.
You left it,
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I have a funny story for you about leaving yarn. Did you already hear about this?
Did I already fish it out of the bin? No, sorry. Anyway.
Well, someone else fished my yarn out of the bin as well. It's spreading. All right, so hit me. What's this?
So this is the Bella Rose shawl from Amber O'Brien.
Ooh, I love Amber.
Yes. So she had she was doing like a promotion every day in August.
Yes, I think she called
Knit
August?
Yeah. So she had like
Straightforward.
half price patterns, and I love a bargain, so I got a few of hers.
You a bargain never.
So it's like a bias knit garter with a lace edge and an eye cord, which I am a little worried I'm doing a bit too tight. She does make a big point of not doing it tight. I'm trying not to. Okay. Hopefully it will block. Okay.
We'll find out when we get there.
So
yeah, we'll
get over it.
People need to chill.
But yeah, this is Ashley Sunflower.
It's very pretty.
And it's so soft and yellowy.
And it weirdly knits up yellow, but not as yellow in the knitting as it is in the ball, which is really interesting to see.
It's just kind of golden fun. I saw Di's cardigan and I was like, I need more yellow.
The Yorlin one, yeah, it's so pretty.
And all of the shawls I have are multicoloured. And I needed it in another.
Okay.
And I like the yellow.
Amazing.
And yellow goes well in my wardrobe. So.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
All good points. I finished my Treit Pullover by Kate Davies. I can't remember if I've already talked about this on one of the podcasts or not. I finished it super quickly. It was really great. Both of these are from our Lace Yoke knit along, which is coming to an end. Troy's going to have to do the judging soon.
Yes.
It's going to be tough. Yeah, and then we're going to have a hilariously small selection of spin cycle for people to pick their prize from. Because the prize for the Lace Yoke knit along is you get to choose a skein of spin cycle. So hopefully...
Did we specify what weight?
I think I said dyed in the wool, but I'm feeling kind of bad about that now. Yeah. And we might have to open that up.
You can have this skein. You can choose this skein.
We have this particular skein. We will have more dyed in the wool soon. Today doesn't look good, mostly because they haven't sent us a shipping notification, and tomorrow's probably not great either. But the plump is on the way, and I already have a bunch of plump, and I have written a pattern for plump. So you're going to get a free cowl pattern if you buy 2 skeins of plump. I know, and it's really pretty. I'll show you the photo afterwards, because we're recording this on my phone, so I can't show anyone pictures while we're doing this. Yikes.
So have you made the cowl?
I have made the cowl. I wrote the pattern, and I made the cowl on my quote-unquote day off.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yay! But it's done, and that's what counts.
Well, I'm excited. I want one.
Thank you. I think you're going to really like it. There's
and
a
drawstring. I think I'm going to really want the one you've made specifically.
Yeah, because I used the Ghost Ranch to make the first one.
Not much better.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's I didn't help at all. Well, I'm unhelpful. It's okay. Great news, though, is I also have started work on a design sample. Yay! So this is in Park Life. This is my High Street sweater. That's what I'm officially calling it. So I've decided to actually start giving things name because Emily does all of my pattern setting, which I am eternally grateful for. And I can say recently I have realized that I need to start naming patterns better because they're all blurring into one. Yikes. It's a danger. Apart from this, I have finished every other thing ever designed by Andrea Mowry. Practically, it feels like, which I'm not sad about. They are all at home. I'm going to be doing a really fun video for the Flock Online about styling sets, which I'm really excited about because I like to knit sets.
Is this going to be part of wardrobe planning?
It is part of wardrobe planning. It's going to be the wardrobe planning video for this week.
Excellent.
But the hat wasn't dry when I tried to do that today. So in the shift set, I've done the shift cowl, the shift again, the night shift shawl, and the shift along hat. I've yet to make a Trinigan or a shifty pullover, but we're waiting. And I've made them all in the same colors, and so I have this like beautiful playground of shift stuff to wear and use, and it's really, really great and fun. And I'm looking forward to kind of turning it on its head for the shift pullover. I'm going to do something intentionally contrasting for that, and indulge in yet another all spin cycle knit.
Is it going to be vibe check?
It is not going to be vibe check.
Okay.
I have intentionally over-ordered on 2 colors.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I think I might know. Is it dyed in the wool? Or
Yes.
I know. Well, I think I know.
We're going to be bad. I'm really excited. I'm going to be so happy. And the only other thing that I actually have on the go at the moment, because I frogged something, 2 somethings actually, I still have my What the Fade, and it's just never going to be finished, and I've just embraced it at this point. I'm like, one day. I actually got back to work on my Svensson. What? And I got all the way to sleeve separation for the front and back. Well, armhole bind off, really, because this is knit flat. So this is knit flat. This was in Nouveau. You may have seen it as Incognito as well. And this is in the Old Bow colorway. This is sadly discontinued, which is really unfortunate because it's lovely yarn. But I let this languish for forever. And right now, currently while I'm recording this, it's September. Every year in the Flock Online, we do a Frog It or Finish It challenge, 28 days in September. So I was going through all of my whips, and I found this. I'm going to do a longer video about it. And I sat there, and I felt it and thought about it, and was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, because we don't sell this yarn, so there's no real point to me finishing this from a business perspective. But I'm actually just so far, this is the second piece, that it would have been silly to frog it and try to restart from ground zero, and I never would have done it. So instead, I'm just finishing this one out. It's a color that I really love, and this will be a great like vacay sweater. Like if I'm heading away into the interior, it'll be very cute with a mountainous backdrop, right? Like picture this in Queenstown, right?
We do have
So
alternatives though,
So
as
cute.
well as people love
We
it.
do have great alternatives. So if you love this Svensson pullover, we literally could not have more options for you to knit this in. So this is written for a DK weight yarn, and we've got tons of great options. I think this would come out really, really well in either the Ashley, the Vesper, or the Eden 8-ply. I'm obviously biased. We're both obviously biased, but we love them, and this pattern deserves to be knit by as many people as possible. So, that's what we're doing. I think we're going to take a short break, catch up with each other for a little bit because we've barely seen each other, and come back to talk to you about Flocktober, the mystery knit along, which is part of Flocktober, and what we're going to be making for Flocktober. I haven't even heard yet. Let's find out. Okay. Ooh, this is going to be a fun journey of discovery for everyone involved. This can't go badly. We're lying. It could go very badly. Ooh, yikes. Ooh. Let's do it. Okay, so the camera is rolling. I just double checked my watch. We're good. Flocktober is coming.
Yes, it's
Now,
very exciting.
I know one of the things I'm doing for Flocktober, which I'm pretty certain you will absolutely not be doing for Flocktober.
Correct.
Okay. And we have no idea what Emily's doing for Flocktober.
No, Emily doesn't know what she's doing for Flocktober.
Retreating
Emily
to
has
the...
some ideas, but...
Okay, well, maybe I'll go first for
okay.
once.
Yeah, for once. Okay.
So, Flocktober has come. Sometimes I let other people go. I made you go first earlier in the same podcast.
Yeah, that's the key. You made me go first. It's not like I jump in ahead of you all the time.
I know. Okay. Whew.
Back in the room.
We're not editing any of this out. I hope you're all enjoying this. Okay, Flocktober, fuck. I should probably edit that out. I'm not going to though. Oh, so awkward. So I know for sure that I'm going to do the Mistring It Along. So every year, for those of you who are newer to knitting or don't pay attention to other things or haven't heard about this before, it's worth explaining. Every other podcast in knitting right now is also very busy explaining this exact same thing. So if you miss it with us, go check in on someone else. We'll all have told you. But if you've gotten this far to see this, you'll probably see the explanation. It's a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, carry on.
What?
I was going to say, do we need to explain Flocktober first?
Oh, that's probably a good point. Oh, yikes. Oh, okay. Emily, hit me with some Flocktober deets.
Can I go first?
Yes. Please do. I should be taken off this podcast. Oh.
So Flocktober
I'll
is
get you a new co-host.
a month in which we celebrate all things...
Get flocked.
All things get flocked. So we have... It's like a month-long knit-along.
Mm-hmm.
And we have different categories, and there are some prizes, and there's some spot prizes. So this year's categories are Stephen West's MCal, which we will talk about more in a minute.
Yes, right.
Designs by Alicia Plummer.
We love Alicia Plummer.
The lovely Alicia Plummer, who's also Alicia Plum on
Yes.
Ravelry. So and Alicia Alicia. I've had a few people asking about that. But it should also be in the comments, right?
Yes, this will all be down below in the notes. Is there another way to spell Alicia? I'm just
apparently
asking.
There was.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's this is news.
And what's the other one? Oh, crochet.
Crochet, because we are trying to encourage more people to get into crocheting.
Yes.
And I can be very truthful about this. I also only wanted to use one knitwear designer this year. And I couldn't find one crochet designer who had done enough things and enough variety of things that I thought would be a good fit. So I thought we should just... And so many crocheters don't use patterns.
Yes.
So I didn't...
Without patterns.
I feel bad for crocheters. I feel like they're getting the short end of the stick, and that stick is a hook.
Now I feel like I need like a shepherd's hook, and then I can like get someone to yank you off stage.
Wow. Oh, okay. That got violent.
So yeah, there's the 3 categories.
Yes.
Or you can just enter whatever you make, but the key here is that it has to be made in a yarn that we sell at Get Flocked.
Yes.
So there's heaps of options. There's Hedgehog, there's Spin Cycle, there's Yarn Floozy, there's Honey Hooies, there's Rebel, there's Wild Earth, there's Ashfords.
Absolutely.
Probably
We've got
more.
Tons of great options.
Sissia.
And you should leap into it and have a great time with your Flocktober.
Yeah.
So the 3 categories are exactly what Emily said. Now the 3 spot prizes are the things that I am the most excited about. As the sole arbiter and judge of Flocktober, you're welcome everyone. With heavy advice from Emily, especially in the crochet category, because I don't know what I'm doing. You do get to judge the crochet category. I also decided this year that, so there's a first prize in each of those categories, which will be yarn based. But then there are 3 additional factors that we need to think about. So number 1, first and foremost, most improved. So this is for our beginner knitters. So if you're somebody who's never knit or crocheted or done anything fiber crafty before, needle felting, whatever floats your boat, we want you to join us. So I decided to make a whole category for beginners called Most Improved. You get to define if you're a beginner or not, although if I go into your Ravelry and you've knit like 12 Michelle Wang projects, I'm going to have some questions for you, okay? Then, after that one, is what I still think is my favorite kind of half joke about this thing, is miscongeniality. So miscongeniality is going to be given out to the person who both in person and online demonstrates the spirit of Flocktober, which is all about us having fun, doing something new, and taking a risk, maybe. And encouraging others. Most importantly, the encouraging of others. Which leads us to the final spot prize, which is biggest risk. So, like, you know, maybe you cast on a insanely ambitious project and don't quite make it, or do make it. The person who takes what I consider the biggest risk in their project over the course of the month. Now, remembering that risk is relative, so how I award this might be quite confusing, and if you're somebody in the risk category, you might receive an email from me asking some pointed questions.
An example being Christine might knit something in the round.
Yes, that's a big risk for Christine.
Or Bibi might do some brioche.
I don't think we should encourage that. I'm just going to put that out there. I feel like we should not encourage that.
Okay.
I want this to be a fun month for all of us, especially me and Stephen. Now, in the 3 other categories, it's quite simple. Use yarn from us and make something. So the crochet category is wide open. If you've stuck a hook in it, we're willing to call it crochet. And Emily will be judging that. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Number 2 is anything by Alicia Plummer. Pick a pattern, grab some wool, have a good time. She has everything from children's patterns to adult patterns, hats, scarves, you name it. She has made a pattern for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actual gloves, like with fingers.
And she made she did the bibliophile pattern that you made.
She
your
did do the
cream
bibliophile pattern, which I love. And if I get around to making more than one thing, I will actually probably knit another bibliophile because I wear it all the time. And I'll probably do it in Ashley this time, or maybe in Vespers. I haven't decided. That's the truth. Or Eden. I do have a bunch of Eden at home that needs to be used. But I feel like having a light pink one and a cream one doesn't defeat the purpose, but we'll get there. Number 3, the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. So, now that we've explained Flocktober, thank God she was here, I would have just plowed onwards if I was by myself and been like, Flocktober, and then like moved on. Everyone would have been like, what is he talking about? As I referenced it 50 more times. Every year for the past, I don't know, I think it's 12 or 13, maybe 14, who cares? Because he did 2 in 1 year and it always throws off my count. Stephen West makes a mystery pattern and we knit it. So I love Stephen's patterns. I do think there was a sweet spot with every designer where I most enjoy their patterns. Not that their patterns are better or worse, but I will say I have worked out that the Hedgehog era of Stephen is definitely my favorite era, although not my favorite mystery knit along. My favorite mystery knit along to knit is Starflake. My favorite mystery knit along to wear is Slip Stitch Extravaganza. I haven't knit one for myself because Kathy knit one for me because I'm spoiled. And
I mean, it's beautiful, but I can never imagine myself making that.
A Slip Stitch Extravaganza. I think you could do it. What's funny is I think you would actually wear that shawl. That's the funny part here. So
I just feel like there's a lot in his patterns.
There is. There's
kind
always a lot going on with them.
Contradicting what I normally do, which is a lot. But yeah.
I'm really hoping that this is still recording because someone's trying to call right now and I don't know if that's going to work. And this is not disconnecting. Oh, and the thing went away, so I don't know where or if this stopped. Nope, it kept recording. Oh, leaving it in. Yes, there are always a lot of things going on with his patterns. That
and
is
a lot of them
totally
have brioche, which I don't know how to do yet. So.
Almost all of them have brioche, especially the mystery knit-alongs, because he first introduced brioche into his patterns in the 3rd or 4th mystery knit-along. I think it's the 4th, maybe it's the 3rd, maybe it's the 2nd. Exploration Station is its name. A pattern I'm not a huge fan of, although I think it's his best-selling pattern, he said the other day. So that's interesting.
Because a mystery knit-along is basically where you get instructions in bits, right?
Yes.
So you start, do a section, and then you don't know what the rest of it's going to be until later.
And if you're like me and you go on kind of complete social media blackout and don't watch the videos, you literally have no idea what you're making.
Yeah, and if you want to make one and you've not done it before, the idea is you don't post, like, in progress pictures of it without a warning.
No, he
like a spoiler.
Yeah, he gives you a spoiler photo that you put first, and then people are supposed to swipe through. Now, also, Instagram automatically swipes if you see someone's post a second time, just so you know. The other fun thing is the colors this year are kind of interesting. So it's a gradient. The pattern is called Geo Gradient. Last year was called Twist and Turns. I did not complete last year's. Kathy knit mine for me because I gave up. I threw in the skeins, which is like throwing in the towel, but for knitters. I gave up. I did not frog. I snapped the yarn and I threw out the chunk of project, I admit. My preferred method of dealing with things. Now, I'm doing the mystery knit along, the Geo Gradient mystery knit along, for certain, and I am using yarn floozy, and I have made this an extra mystery because I have got Katrine to dye me a kit, and the good news is we don't exactly know when, but we can start telling you that Katrine from Yarn Floozy is coming down for a pop-up in October. in Flocktober, which is very exciting, and it's going to be a big part of our Flocktober festivities, and we cannot wait. I don't know about you, but I am a-buzzing. Yeah. We're going to have lots of fun things to do that day. I'm going to obviously get us treats from Butter, our patron saint of deliciousness. Yeah, there's never a sad day when we get the cookie.
Yeah. Or the creme brulee as we had at the weekend. It was yummy.
I'm sure it was. So that is that at the moment. So I know I'm doing a mystery knit along. Emily,
so we also have kits for the mystery knit along.
We do have kits for the mystery knit along
on our website. So they're across different bases, different price points.
Yes, and they're all some sort of gradient, assembled mostly by yours truly. If you hate them, don't at me.
Because they're mainly like solids, right, rather than super speckled.
So this year, as for the last several years, Stephen has said lightly speckled is part of the joy that you can have. You don't want heavily variegated and speckled, and you do want it to be some sort of gradient. And that's all he has said. So you can either do a monocolor gradient, a mixed color gradient, you could do a fractal gradient. There's all sorts of ways to approach it.
And is the first clue the 3rd of October?
The 3rd of October, and the final clue is the 25th. So we will probably do the final roundup on the 1st of November. Just so you know, we will be checking our email. So this year to submit, you need to email us a picture of your completed item with the project information at getflockedknitting@gmail.com. Whoa. Now, I'm saying I'm a lot. But Emily, you neatly sidestepped the question of what you're making for Flocktober. Tell the people what's going on. It's like you're being like secretive about it. What are you making?
There's an Alicia Plummer t-shirt that I want to make called Starry Night.
Which is very pretty.
But it relies on certain yarn getting here before October, which I don't know definite is gonna work.
We'll find out when we get there, won't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one option. Or obviously crochet.
Yes.
Is
we love crochet.
Yeah, I love crochet.
And we're trying to encourage more people to crochet.
Yeah.
And I'm not crocheting.
So my first idea is a crochet cat couch.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm excited about. And
right.
You can see Ethan's very excited about.
So excited.
Or idea number 2 is a crochet Halloween wall hanging.
Right. For your house.
No, for here.
For your house?
For here.
Okay, well, we'll cross that pumpkin bridge when we come to it, won't we?
It's a ghost, actually, and some toadstools. So... And then there are a bunch of...
You did this on purpose, so I react like this on camera.
Yes.
She's an animal.
There's a few other crochet garments in my queue.
Okay.
But I haven't made any decisions.
All right.
Basically.
Well, that is all good. So that's basically where we're at. If you want to get in on any of this, please jump in any which way you want. We'll love to see your posts with the hashtag Flocktober2023 on Instagram. Our shop's not on Twitter. Don't do it there. And also do feel free to participate in the Facebook group. We will be doing some Flocktober posts in the Flock Online and anywhere else. I think that's everything for this week. Is there anything else that we need to talk to the people about? Anything exciting?
We just had a restock of some tools and needle sets, but they might
be gone by the time you see this. We're never sure anymore.
We've got a few more babs. Babs
we
accessories holders.
We did get more babs.
Cute.
We love the sheep. They're so cute. They make me want to cry from happiness.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna pop off and sit here and then do paperwork with headphones in. And Emily is probably going to run around and do 10,000 things that I don't notice until they're done. And then I'm just excited that they're done, which is the favorite part of my day. All right. We will catch you guys soon. And you guys enjoy your knitting.